Have you ever dreamt of becoming a landlord and collect rent payments every month? Well, you are not alone, but in fact, that is not the best way to invest your money. I have seen it so many times. As soon as a 9-to-5er has some money in his bank account, the first thing that they want to do is to buy some property so that they can collect rent payments. The allure of becoming a landlord has been ingrained in our subconscious since the Middle Ages. But we are not in the Middle Ages anymore, and there are way better things that you can do with your money. The main reason why a lot of people like to invest in real estate is basically because they lack financial knowledge. So a lot of people, as soon as they get a few $1,000s, the first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, I'm going to buy some real estate and collect rent. But if everyone goes out and buys a property, the competition for properties just becomes too intense. When there is too much competition, the prices increase, and when the prices increase, the potential profit decrease. So most people who invest in real estate, they encounter a dead end of a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, and very little profits to account for. Many real estate investors, they buy property and they operate at a negative cash flow for many years before they can even dream of breaking even. Negative cash flow means that when they pay their mortgage, the insurance, the repairs, and they collect the rent, that means that they are spending more money than what they are receiving. That is negative cash flow. Not too many people can withstand that, but it seems like it's the normal thing to do. A lot of people buy property and they practically subsidize the living of the tenant. Many people don't take into account their cost of their own time, their taxes, the maintenance, and the opportunity cost. So when you are talking to a family member, they could probably say, oh, I bought this property for $1 million and then I sold it for $1,200,000 5 years later. So that would seem like a great deal. They $20% in 5 years. In fact, that is not a great deal. Investing in the stock market gives a better return, but not only that, they are just talking about the purchase price and the sale price, and they didn't consider all the time that they put into fixing the property, all the time into paying their taxes, all the time that they had to deal with tenants. They didn't consider all that. So it's a romanticized story that they share from one person to the other, and the person listening says, oh, real estate is a great deal. Me too. I'm going to participate into this booming investment. I'll give you a present example. The landlord that bought the building where I live, the rent that he collects for all their tenants is not enough to pay for his own mortgage. Okay, so his plan was to ask the current tenants to leave so that he could get some higher paying tenants in the building. But guess what? No one wanted to leave. So now he's stuck with a property, and what he collects in rent is not enough to pay his mortgage. I actually don't know what he's going to do. He's really asking and begging and trying to force people to move out so he can get higher paying tenants, but he's stuck right now. I'm just curious to see how he's going to solve this situation. At one time, I used to own real estate as well, and I just noticed that it's just not worth the stress and the responsibility, and worst of it all, the returns are not there. The returns are not enough to compensate for the hassle. So since then, it's been like 15 years that I've been investing in index funds, something such as the Standard & Poor's 500, and I have been gaining for the past 15 years an average of over 10% every year without doing anything. All I do is look at my bank account and just congratulate myself for putting my money in an index fund where I don't have to do anything. No calls, no bills, no headaches, no nothing. Just At the end of the year, I just take a little bit out just for my own consumption, and that's it. So don't get swayed by the idea that real estate is a great investment. It is not. So before you invest any money, just look at all your options. And yes, many people do not know about the stock market. So this is something that is unfamiliar for a lot of people, and maybe they are afraid. Perhaps that's the reason why the returns are higher in the stock market than in real estate. It doesn't matter. My tip is to get informed, learn a little bit, ask other people for advice, and maybe you will make a different decision. Thank you so much for watching, and until soon. Peace.